Royval versus Taira just wrapped up, where Brandon got the victory via split decision. I thought it was pretty clear, 3-2 for him. But I was sure they were going to try to rob him, give the undefeated Japanese prospect who they really need for that Japan card. They're going to try to go to if Kai Sakura can beat Pantoja. That got announced. That's fucking hype. But this card was really good. I liked it. A lot of finishes, a lot of back and forth fights. No bullshit, thankfully. I don't think there was any robberies at all, which is insane. It's sad that that's the normal these days. There's just usually a robbery two per card because the judging sucks, but it was pretty good tonight. We got to break it all down, fight by fight, and there's a lot of them to fucking break down. So let's just start with Clayton Carpenter starting off the night, getting a second round submission against Lucas Rocha. I mean, this fight went exactly how I said it was going to go. Control time. There was pretty good ground and pound from Clayton on top, and until he got the sub. But I said this was going to happen. Rocha cannot hang in the grappling. He's too small and weak, and he gets controlled by any strong grappler or any strong wrestler, I guess, who can take him down and control him. And Clayton was landing pretty good elbows. He cut him on his eyebrow with a really bad elbow. And yeah, it was a pretty good performance. I think Clayton should be rewarded, I guess, because he said a really funny line on the mic. Said he was going to teach him some jujitsu since he's from Brazil. So that was just like disrespectful and not disrespectful at the same time. It was pretty funny. Good line. Yeah, impressive finish because I feel like a few people were hyping this guy up. I knew he was bad. Rocha looked decent on the feet, but most of it was just pitter pat, no real damage. Clayton took them all well, and he landed back some really good body kicks that were hurting Rocha. And yeah, it looks decent. I mean, he's undefeated, I think, in the UFC, right? So he's doing pretty good, but nothing too impressive, I'd say. I mean, he's not going to be able to hang on the feet with kickboxers clearly because he was getting slightly outstruck a little by this guy. He was pretty quick, but I don't think he's that good at all. Moving on, then we had Dan Argueta and Cody Harson go to absolute fucking war. This fight was insane. They were so gassed at the end because they were just throwing kickbox. It was literally 15 minutes of kickboxing. It was exactly what we all wanted. And Cody Haddon is the real fucking deal. He's really good. I knew he was a creative striker, but holy shit, he was going to the face, the body, mixing in the kicks. He even mixed in the takedowns against the wrestler who had a lot of muscle on him, who also missed weight. Fuck that. That I can't believe that didn't help Dan at all, because if anything, he was getting out grappled for a lot of the fight. So he got his takedowns, but he didn't really do shit with them. Like nothing. He did no ground and pound. So he may have looked a little pillow-handed in this fight, but I don't think he is. I think he just gassed a little bit. Halfway through the second, he looked really tired, but that's because the output in round one was ridiculous. He wanted to finish so bad. He said on the mic, "Cut me if I ever put on a boring fight." So, yeah, this guy is a badass. I think he's pretty young. Dreamed of being in the UFC his whole life, he said, since he was a kid. So good for him. Finally in the UFC, gets a really impressive win over Dan Argueta, who's probably going to get cut after this. Let's be real, guys. I think he only has one win in the UFC, and the others are all no decisions or losses. He has like 4 or 5 of them now. So he may be getting cut. I'm gonna be real. And Julia Palostri beat Corey McKenna by I think it was split. It shouldn't have been split. She clearly won, I think, all 3 rounds. Most likely. She looked pretty good on short notice. I didn't really do much research for this pick. I got it wrong. But I mean, Corey McKenna's boxing has looked pretty good in past fights. I knew who she was. It looked pretty good in this fight too, but the clinch work from Julia was so dirty. Just knees to the gut the whole fight, knees to the thighs, and the elbows inside the clinch looked really good. Really strong Brazilian girl, so I should have known she was gonna win. She looked like a man. Just that's all you need to do in women's fighting. Whoever looks more like a man, just pick them. It proved to be right again tonight. So, and we had Junior Tafa get a knockout. Actual impressive performance. I mean, not really. He low-key got almost finished in the first 10 seconds. But yeah, he beat whoever this guy is. I'm not saying his name. Fucking on short notice. I didn't even know because I fucking deleted Twitter. I don't want to see Twitter. It's too cancerous. The people on that app are terrible. So I don't get fight news like that anymore, guys. Rip. Twitter was such a big part of it, but Chris Barnett pulled out. I didn't even know till the card started. What the fuck? Chris Barnett, you're never going to win a fight again because you can't make it to one. What are you doing? And we had Themba Garimbo get a very impressive win. I'm disappointed he didn't get the finish. He was very close a lot of times to getting the knockout and the sub. But Nico Price is just hard to put away, man. He's so tough, so stubborn. But Garimbo's speed and power looked the best it ever has. He was piecing him up in the first round, just with the calf kick, destroying that front leg, and just piecing him up with those long ass limbs. This dude is definitely a problem at 170. He's never looked this good. His last fight was terrible, so this was a step up, way more exciting. Wasn't just a clinch fest. And yeah, I think we give him a pretty big matchup. Not in the rankings, I don't think yet. Maybe one more, and then some rankings. But yeah, Garimbo, he might actually be a contender in the rankings. I know a lot of people were unsure about this guy, and a few people probably picked Nico Price, the tested vet, over the pretty untested new guy. But yeah, Garimbo got it done. He should have got the finish, though. Pretty disappointing he didn't. This next one hurt. Jonathan Pierce got subbed in the first round by Pat Sabatini. Yeah, I got this one really wrong. I knew Pat Sabatini was a good grappler. I knew there was a chance he would get the better of the grappling exchanges. But I thought Pierce would be good enough to not get subbed in the first round, be able to separate while they were dry at least, and land some good kicks, some good strikes, maybe knock him out with that chin not being the best, especially with that long layoff. He wasn't ready. He wasn't going to be fast in there and get started quick after a long layoff. So yeah, it sucks. This was a bad pick of mine, I guess. But yeah, very impressive performance by Pat Sabatini. Showed the grappling level was not even. He was a step above. And we probably reward him for this. Are any of them in the rankings? I don't think they are. So maybe a ranking spot or a ranked opponent now. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really matter. Good finish, but unfortunate. I like Jonathan Pierce. I wanted him to win. This next one, guys. Oh my fucking god. CJ Vihara got absolutely wally stomped by Rakaman Tamarov. Dude, this guy, I knew it. This is flyweight. When have you seen people hit this hard? This is insane. I knew he was the real deal. I said this. And the odds proved it too. He was like a 300 favorite, minus 300. That's crazy against this tested of a vet in your debut. And he proved why. He rocked him with a huge 1-2 after whiffing the one, and then he connected with the two, dropped him. He got up, and Tamir was chasing him. This motherfucker started sprinting, was running from him in the cage. It was hilarious. And yeah, just he didn't even need to pick his shots. He just kept punching, was hurting him through his guard. The power's too much. And it took one more crazy shot that sent him to his butt against the cage, and the ref stepped in immediately. This guy's the real deal. Let's get him a pretty good guy next. I don't want to see him fight nobodies and just give them all brain damage. Let's test him early because he's clearly ready. We didn't really get to see how the grappling exchanges went because it was over too quickly. But he could get exposed that way. I mean, we don't know how well his grappling's going to fare in the UFC yet, but it looked decent. I don't think there's been any circumstances of him getting completely controlled with grappling, just neutralized, because that's all you got to do. If you can neutralize this guy striking, maybe you can weed him, but dude, no one can hang with that power. It's kind of like Kai Kara France knocking out Urseg. The power difference is just there, and then the Abdul versus Josh Frem fight got canceled as well. I don't even know why. I don't care. Again, I used to find this out through Twitter, but rip. I don't know. Who cares? These cards just fall apart. It's unfortunate. It's been the fucking story of the UFC the past year and a half. It feels like injuries have plagued the sport so bad. But starting with the main card, Daniel Rodriguez got a decision victory over Alex Morono. I really thought Morono was going to win, and he looked so good. Great. I mean, the most telegraphed right hooks of all time, but damn does he whiff those right hooks. And he was landing them. D-Rod don't move his head. In the first round, he got dominated. Lost the first round. And then he came back, won the second round. It was 1-1 going into the third. And Daniel was able to win. Outboxed him. I mean, it was back and forth, but he rocked him once in the second really badly. And I think he rocked him once or twice in the third really badly. He just won the fight clearly, I thought. I think it was split as well. So a few splits that shouldn't have been split. But yeah, he got it done. I thought Morono would win. He looked good though. He's not bad. And then Grant Dawson actually got a finish. He didn't get a decision win. He got a TKO in the second round. It may have been against Rafa Garcia, not the best fighter. He kind of folded pretty easily. I don't think the ground and pound was that severe, but I mean, the ref stepped in because he just covered up, wasn't defending, wasn't fighting back. And yeah, good finish from Grant Dawson. Caught his wife hot on the mic. That was kind of funny, but kind of weird too. But yeah, he's super likable. Pretty dominant grappling. We'll see how far he's able to get in this division. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna get I feel like he's just gonna get exposed by a grappler who's actually able to grapple defensively and not get taken down by him and can outstrike him. We've seen that happen before, obviously. And his chin's a bit iffy. Bobby Green, 30 seconds in, getting TKO'd. It's a bit weird. I don't know. We'll have to see, but pretty good win from him. This fight sucked. I'm going to talk about it for 30 seconds. Cheaty, I don't even know his last name, versus Jared Gooden. Got it done against Jared Gooden. They both look terrible. They were both terrible. This guy asked for a ranked opponent. He's not going to get it because he's going to lose it. He's just bad. He has really good limbs, really good kicks, and he's fast, but he just doesn't put it together. His grappling's terrible. He got out grappled at some points versus Jared Gooden, who's a terrible grappler defensively and offensively. And he has pillow hands. He was landing so many knees to the face of Jared Gooden. He should have knocked him out. So many knees to the body that just wouldn't drop him, wouldn't liver shot TKO him. He should have. He landed like 100, I swear. He was doing so much damage to Jared Gooden and couldn't actually damage him. He was landing so much but couldn't damage him. Not impressed. I think they're both shit. Let's just cut both of them. Cut them on a win. Then we had a really good co-main event. People hated on this for being the co-main event. I thought it was good, and it was. And I got this one right. Park, he fucking won. He's a badass. He got rocked in like the first 10 seconds, dropped, almost finished. But then he came back. And he just, dude, this guy does not stop. The forward pressure. He fights like Strickland. He just is constantly walking forward. He's constantly on the aggression, just with his chin up in the air, decent defense, and just constantly giving you pressure and damage. He's constantly like fucking sticking that jab in Tavares' face. And yeah, I thought this was a pretty clear victory. Tavares won the first round, pretty clear, but I thought Park got the next two pretty clear. Another split that should have been unanimous. Oh well. Park's good. Let's reward him. And then we'll talk about the main event again. Brandon Royval got it done. I'm so sad because I put so much stock into Taira. But he could still be a champ. He's only like 24, 25. Let's see where he goes next. Don't count him out. It fucking sucks. I said Japan. The Japan card is fucked. We're not going to have it. I mean, he can still be on it, but now he just can't be the co-main event. Now you're probably going to have to start him off opening the main card or something lower. Because, yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I really want him to win. I wanted to hear, I'm happy, thank you. Like, I really wanted to hear that, man. Fuck, I'm sad. I'm sad, thank you now, unfortunately. Very sad. But Taira's not done. He'll be back. Very impressed by Royval's performance, though. Yeah, I mean, he looks so much more powerful than he did against Pantoja. His grappling looked really good, really impressive. He didn't get subbed. He had his back taken and got really close to being choked out, I think, in the second or fourth round. Those were the rounds that Taira won. But yeah, I don't know. Unfortunate. Taira will be back. But yeah, good win from Royval. I know he said he wants the Pantoja fight even if he wins, but I don't know. We ain't living in peaches and creamville, so we all know Kaya Sakura is not going to beat Pantoja. Crazy he's getting a title shot in his debut, but it would be even crazier for him to actually win it. Holy fuck. I hope he does, because flyweight is boring as shit. Let's be real. Yeah, that's the video, guys. That's the whole card. I think this video sounds terrible because I'm testing out a new mic. A rip. My bad. But the next one will be better. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good card. I don't want to hear anyone hating on this card. Fuck off. It was a very good card. Lots of finishes, lots of wars, and the main and co-main were both really good fights. So, good card. That's like a few really good fight nights in a row now. Let's go. They're actually improving. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.